Hey guys. Okay, so I have seen my sister's latest video, and I'm not gonna let that bother me one bit. Um, I know I had that bow and arrow in my apartment, and if she believes otherwise, hey, whatever. I'm cool with it. But I wanted to address the factors and how to handle a person blaming you for your parents' suicide or their own attempts at suicide. Um, if there, I wanted to address if there's a commandment against this, and there really isn't. But it says here. Sorry, I'm playing with my green light, trying to find the right lighting. um, As there is no specific commandment in any major religious text that directly addresses blaming others for a loved one's death. However, the concept of not bearing false witness and the principle of compassion and forgiveness are often applied to situations where people might be tempted to place blame on others during grief. So basically, what they're saying here is that my sister, who is blaming me for our mother's death and for her trying to commit suicide, the two times she tried to, I never said she completed them, like she said in her video. I never said she completed them. I said that she tried to commit suicide. Somewhere in her brain, she thinks that when I said she tried to commit suicide, she has her brain wired differently, I guess. And to her, that meant she had completed her suicide, but she's here as a ghost. No, I want to correct that. I did not say she completed the suicide. I said she tried to. There is a major difference. But her blaming me for our mother's suicide just tells me that she is still in the grief process. Even though it's 23 years later, and that's okay. Some people take a long time to grieve. Does that make it right for them to blame others? No. Does that mean that you have to allow them to blame you? No. You want to write them out of your life, at least for now, because of their toxicity. If they should change in the future, then maybe you can let them back in slowly, or just keep them at arm's length, which I am planning to do if Misty ever calms down, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. So right now I still consider her my sister because we're blood related, but I will not have her in my life until she stops this toxicity. I do not plan to have her in my life at all. Key points to consider: grief and anger. Blaming others can be a natural part of the grieving process, often stemming from intense emotion like anger and a desire to understand the cause of a loss. Yes, I do. Yes, Mom and Misty were close. And yes, I do understand that she has intense emotions, much like I do. That makes me wonder if she has borderline personality disorder too, because that shows that you have intense emotions. Luckily, I have grown out of mine part way. I don't really have intense emotions that much anymore. I don't let anything get me too angry or too sad. I just, except for that one bout with depression recently. Moral implications. While not explicitly stated as a commandment, most religions would discourage actively trying to harm or falsely accuse someone due to grief-related harm. Again, this goes back to maybe she's still in the grief stages. Grief can take a long time. Some people say that it takes a short time, but no, it can take a lifetime to get over grief. It all depends on the person. For me, yes, yes, I do still have grief myself, but that is because I had so much death in my life that it's wearing down on me. It's well, let's see, my fiance, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and several other relations, my best friend. Like I said, I've had way too many deaths, and it's finally wearing down on me. So, yes, the grief is strong within me, but I'm fighting through that by going to therapy for it, talking about it, finally, opening up about it. So yeah, it's lifelong for some people, and that's really too bad. But with therapy and a good focus on life and having good friends to help you along, that would be that's awesome. That tells you right there that you can get through this. And hey, remember, for those that are watching this, I'm here for you. I will try to make more videos like this, talk about other things other than grief and suicide. I might try other videos like talking about borderline personality, depression, stuff like that. So keep a lookout. I might do it on this channel, or I might do it on another channel. I haven't quite figured that out yet, because I'm tired of my sister finding my videos and then tearing them apart on her channel. She downloads them and then she puts them onto her channel a lot. And I'm trying to figure out how to get a hold of YouTube and complain and tell them, hey, she's taking my stuff without my permission. It needs to be taken down. So if anybody has any ideas of how to get a hold of YouTube, because I've tried reporting her several times, like 60 or 70 times, and YouTube has done nothing about it. So YouTube, if any of you are watching this, yeah, you guys suck at security. Let me see. Focus on healing. This is really key to all this. Religious teachings often emphasize the importance of forgiveness and moving towards healing after a loss, which may include working through feelings of blame without directing them unjustly towards others. So for those of you that are that are like my sister, blaming siblings or other family members for someone's suicide, get yourself into therapy, talk about your grief, and then slowly come to realize that it's not your family member's fault. It's not your fault either. And in my next video, I will cover more about that. So keep a lookout. I'm going to upload this video. But first, I think I'll make the other video and then upload it too. So keep a lookout. And much love to you all. Mwah!